what's coming to you, Tom?
The world, Chico, and everything in it.
Where's the black man's government? Where is his king and his kingdom? Where is his president, his country, and his ambassador, his army? I'm protected by the ancestors. Voodoo runs in my bloodline. Don't tell me nothing about the damn devil. Yeah, cool, got you fearing you. No religion, but I'm spiritual. The man used it as propaganda to divide us all. I'm just giving truth. The earth in fear with the black man. The earth in love with the black man. Even down to fashion. They take the culture, then cash in. What you know about Gary Morgan? What you know about Richard Spikes? Your luxury car wouldn't have a shift. Your intersection wouldn't have a light. All praise to the black woman. See, without her, you wouldn't have a life. Have respect. Find yourself disrespecting her, then we at your neck. You don't want us in America, then return back what we did for her. You would have nothing on this blood soil. You all spoiled. Matter of fact, we would sit before you. Your history books full of falsehood. You can't educate us. We know you dropped crack in the hood to blow our families up. It didn't detonate us. As you can see, it didn't separate us. All it really did was elevate us. You can't kill the original people of the earth. Is you fucking crazy? I am a god in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin. A beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say black is black gorgeous. Black is black flawless. Black is black power. I am a god in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin. A beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say black is black gorgeous. Black is black flawless. Black is black power. I'm Nat Turner with the smoking gun. Change the comb when the sermon stop. The pastor telling me to keep praying. Life telling me to buy a Glock. The news tells us it's our fault. When we shot down by the cops, we're witnessing a modern day lynching. No ropes when they tie the knot. Look at you trying to buy a watch. Look at them finna buy your block, then put you out. Starbucks on your corner, that's how they push you out. Then raise the price. Grandma lived there for years, every day of life. Now she forced to undersell. The system built for you to stay confined. I am a god in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin. A beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say black is black gorgeous. Black is black flawless. Black is black power. I am a god in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin. A beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say black is black gorgeous. Black is black flawless. Black is black power.
Black power, black power, black power to everyone under the sound of my voice. Man, I know it's been a while since I've seen you. I took a couple of weeks off, celebrated a birthday, went to Jamaica, had a ball, explored all the maroon sites, stayed on a resort that was owned and operated by a Jamaican family. And then after that, we were celebrating the Black History Month. We had a Black History Month celebration here in Baltimore. And so I was busy with that. And shout out to Insa Creations, Sister Marjorie and her husband Kennedy. We had a beautiful, beautiful celebration, And then after that, shout out to the UNIA. The UNIA just had their RBG gala this past Saturday, and they honored, several movers and shakers in Baltimore. And so I had that, so I've been on the move, family, but I missed you guys. I missed you so much. I miss coming on here and just dialoguing with you. And so let me show y'all some of the stuff really quickly before we hop into today's topic, before we get to it. Let me show you all some of the flicks. Had an opportunity to flick it up with Dr. Leonard Jeffries and his queen, Dr. Rosalind Jeffries. So this was the award, family, from the UNIA. And how cool is that, man? Like, to get an award from an organization founded by a man that I hold in very, very high regard, the Honorable Marcus Garvey. So, I mean, it was just like, wow. I was like, they honoring little old me, the Community Service Award presented to Dr. Oya Edwa Maat for your ongoing commitment and dedication. So, family, I mean, I was honored to be honored by such a powerful organization. Shout out to Brother Everett. He's one of the presidents of the organization. They actually have a male and female president of the organization, and particularly the chapter in Baltimore. So we had a really, really good time at the RBG Gala. The fam came out. The fam came out to support. And look at that, Baba Nati. That's a brother. Him and Mama Tabia. I hold both of them in very high regard. They're the owners of Everyone's Place, which I call the Kemet of Consciousness or the Mecca of Consciousness in Baltimore. So you see Baba Nati's in the picture, and you see to my left and right, you got Dr. Leonard and Dr. Rosalind Jeffrey. So just an honor. It was just honor, honor to be with them, family. Honored to be with them, honored to see all of them in the flesh. And we just had a really good time. And so salute to all of the awardees. I mean, it was some powerful people being acknowledged that night. And I'm honored to even be honored, alongside those amazing folks. And I'm thinking about Mama Tabia, Dr. Asar Winkler, Mama Edna, Baba Charles, and I may have forgotten somebody else, Brother Haki Shakur. So it was a lot of folks there that were getting honored. And so congratulations to all of the awardees. But thank you so much to UNIA. I was telling Brother Everett via Facebook today, I said, receiving an award from them, it was better than the Grammys, right? Or the Oscars to me, right? It was, way better because this award is coming from our people. Ashe. Ashe. So, family, take a moment to thumb up the video, thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up. And also, family, share this video. Sharing is caring. We want to each one teach one. And the way we can do that in the 21st century is by simply sharing this discussion. And you see tonight's discussion, family, was Cam Newton. So everybody knows Cam Newton. I'm sure you all did. I think he was a quarterback, North Carolina. Who was it, Baba? Was it the Panthers? I got Baba Amin in the back. Baba Amin's like, yeah. It was the North Carolina Panthers. So yeah, Cam Newton, this brother was jumped. And I thought about it. And I'm going to play the video and I'm going to show you the two people that got into it with him, who jumped him. And, he got jumped. And I asked myself, well, is this a result of gentle parenting? Because you all know I've been talking about gentle parenting a whole lot lately. Is this a result of gentle parenting, single mothering, and or just Black degeneracy? Because there's an element of group of people in every culture, right? That's just, that does some degenerate stuff, right? But what is this a result of? You got this brother who's made it in the NFL. He's had a successful NFL career. He wants to come back to the community to give back, and he gets jumped. And he's not the first person who's decided to come back and have been violated by the very same people that he's coming back to help. And so we're going to unpack that tonight. And so I brought on here with me my Baba, my big brother, Baba Amin. I want to shout out some folks in the chat. I see Brother Tim Jones is in the building. Peace and love to you. Brother LaShawn Rush is in the building. He says, peace and blessings, family. I see Baba Gregory's in the building. He says, Sankofa, race first, Black fist in the air. I see the Queen Mother Virgo Venom is in the building. I see you, Brother Bruce Lee is in the building. Salute to you. He says, peace to the oracles and the architects. And he also says, salute to you, Dr. Maat. Peace and love to your warrior. I see Disciple Rice is in the building. Says, what's up, sis? What's up to you, Disciple Rice? I see Shabaka Sankore is in the building. Says, please check out your blog talk. Will do. I see Brother CJ Young is in the building. He says, Hotep to the family. Hotep to you. I see Mecca Makeba. Said, I thought this was crazy. Yeah, when I saw the video, exactly. Righteous Ron is in the building. Peace and love to you, Righteous Ron. And I also see DJ Joke is in the building. He said, much love. We are in here. All right, family. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my brother, Baba Amin of the Uhuru Academy. Baba, peace and love to you, Baba. How are you?
Please allow me to unmute myself. My name is Baba. A to the M-I. And now, what's happening? What's happening, Dr. Maya?
Ain't nothing, Baba. Ain't nothing, Baba.
Coming back with your Caribbean tan and you know what I'm saying? Getting all kind of awards and I mean, it's your season. You know, when Christians say, "Ooh, this just must be your season." This just must be your season right now. I'm here for it, sis. I'm here for it, sis. Yeah.
Appreciate it, Baba. So what's been going on at the Uhuru Academy? You all always have a lot going on. So what you and Mama and Koyo got cooking up? Y'all got a lot going on.
Solutionizing education. Ask Jalen to show you his last vocabulary ebook and that flex. embrace the careers that we're introducing them to, the STEM careers that we're introducing them to, and the reading passages that they're developing their reading skills in, and the images and stories. Oh man, we revolutionizing education for Black people. So Uhuru Academy Online is doing its thing. Just signed 3 new students in Africa. So our family on the continent is growing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to UASC International. This campus here in South Carolina is the model institution, doing great things, man. So we doing our thing. Uhuru Academy is doing our thing, and with people like you and the family, how can we not rise? How can we not be on top of it?
I say, Baba. Yeah. Likewise. And Baba, we're just gonna let the folks know we do have a paper that's being peer reviewed right now, because we actually implemented, we actually implemented African-centered STEM education.
That's right.
We're pioneering that field right now, and we produced the first practical implementation of that via the UACI STEM camp. And Baba, you had the shirt on. Can you flex real fast?
I gotta let them know. I rock my shield. You know what I'm saying? Since we're talking about branding, you know what I'm saying? I rock the shield. The UACI camp is second to none. It's second to none, and it's an honor to work on that with you and implement that, and then write the paper. I'm like, man, I went from grouping the Butler Housing projects. Now we publish. What y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying?
It's published out here.
It's gratifying. It's so gratifying to like when you came in and you was like, no, Baba, we got to document this stuff. We have to document this stuff. We have to do studies. We have to get feedback from the community. Then we got to publish it and let people know that this is being done.
Yes.
So other people can do what we do. We don't want our ideas and work to die with us.
Come on, Baba. Come on.
And so no, I'm honored and I really enjoy writing the paper. I felt like
likewise.
Sometimes you turned into my 12th grade English teacher, Miss Jones. I had some flashbacks, when she used to mark that paper up and everything. But we got it done.
We got it done, Baba. We got it done. And I can't wait until, like you said, we just put it out there to the people, because ultimately we do want people to replicate what we did. We want UACIs all over the world.
That's right.
And what we've given people is the blueprint. That's all. We've given people the blueprint, and we've demonstrated that it works if you implement it correctly. And that's all it's about, Baba. That's all it's about. So I can't wait until we drop that paper. We will know on April the 1st if it gets accepted. I'm gonna say when it gets accepted, because it's a fire paper. Why wouldn't it get accepted? And then it will be available sometime in June for public consumption. But family, we will keep you posted on that. Somebody said Uhuru is the guru. That's
Amin Noir, proud Uhuru Academy parent right there.
That's what's up. Peace and love to you. And I see Supremacy Shango is in the building. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Peace and love to you. And I see someone else, right? We would teach 2 teams. They think they could beat up. I know, right? Righteous Ron. So we getting ready to hop into it, family. Let me show you all the clips, because some people might be like, what is Baba and Doc talking about? So this is the clip. This is Cam Newton, and people are having a good time, Baba, talking about this on social media. So here we go. Here's the clip, and this is what I found. And family, I'll drop the link in the chat. Here we go.
We don't have all the facts. As you can see in this video, Cam Newton is getting jumped by 2 guys, and then here's another guy who comes up and tries to sucker punch him. Never is it okay to take and jump somebody. I don't know what issues these guys have or what Cam Newton said to them, but this is chump behavior right here. It's pure chump behavior. And it's crazy, man. And you can't just walk up to celebrities. There's another thing I want to mention. You can't just walk up to celebrities and say whatever you want. Because guess what? They're people too. And you can catch these hands too. It's not like Cam Newton wasn't a world star athlete. Maybe he has some skills with the hands. It looked like he held his own, man. Comment below on what you guys think happened. Hit subscribe. Before you say we don't have all the facts,
just want to show up one more time, Baba.
No problem.
By 2 guys, and then here's another guy who comes up and tries to sucker punch him. Never is it okay to take and jump somebody. I don't know what issues these guys have or what Cam Newton said to them, but this is chump behavior right here. It's pure chump behavior. It's crazy, man. And you can't just walk up to celebrities. There's another thing I want to mention. You can't just walk up to celebrities and say whatever you want. Because guess what? They're people too. And you can catch these hands too. It's not like Cam Newton wasn't a world star athlete. Maybe he has some skills with the hands. It looked like he held his own, man. Comment below on what you guys think happened. Hit subscribe.
So, Baba, when this first came out, and family, I just dropped the link to the video in the chat. When this first came out, we all thought that these were children because we know that we just looking at how big he is and how he was kind of throwing them around.
I thought it was kids because of the hat, but go ahead.
Yeah, we thought these were teenage children, like that he was kind of like wrestling with and throwing around. So initially, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, these ungrateful children!" He's out here trying to, he's establishing football camps and he's trying to give back. Oh my God, it's ungrateful children. So people went there initially, right? And then Baba, this video dropped, and folks were like, "Oh man, it wasn't children. It was actually some so-called grown men." Here we go, Baba. And they're explaining why, what took place. Here we go.
Right.
Like what transpired, like what can make anyone like so angry, because I'm sitting here and I'm speaking to you guys and there's so much that you guys are doing for the community and you're pouring into these young men. And so it's just like, what can make something transpire like this?
First and foremost, like what I want to do, I want to apologize to everybody that was out there and to the parents of not just our team, but everybody that was affected by it. That should have never happened. Like we should have been able to sit down and talk. Like it's no reason we should be yelling at each other while a game going on. Like ain't none of that necessary. And so Cam has an organization. It's not just one team. He has an organization. So it's just been a lot of trash talk, from, hit more so his side, just out of nowhere, just talking crazy to us for no reason. It's like, it's not nothing new. Like I've been around bro for 5 years. So like this typical Cam Newton behavior.
But Steph, you was right there.
Yeah, so
you was listening to the whole thing. So you heard him and you walked up.
So Steph walk up there.
Okay.
And as I'm walking up with Steph, Cam is in Steph's face. I made y'all responsible for everything y'all do, whatever. Then he grabs Steph. Okay. So me being my little brother, and I'm walking up a flight of steps, and I see a 6'6" guy grabbing my brother.
And that's the footage that everybody
sees. That's what everybody's seeing.
Okay.
Like,
so that was the first altercation where everybody saw.
Nothing else
right
ever happened before this.
Nothing else ever happened. Nobody's seeing like how he was talking crazy for the past 2 days. Like nobody's seen that. Like,
oh man, so I'm pretty sure by now.
Baba, I just want to play this back again because I want people to be clear about why this transpired. So I heard that they said he's been talking trash, and this is what they're saying. He was talking trash the past couple of days, and from their position, they're saying he grabbed his brother and he saw his brother, but it started with trash talking, basically. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Let me run it back. Let me run it back one more time.
I want to know like what transpired, like what can make anyone like so angry, because I'm sitting here and I'm speaking to you guys and there's so much that you guys are doing for the community and you're pouring into these young men. And so it's just like, what can make something transpire like this?
First and foremost, like what I want to do, I want to apologize to everybody that was out there and to the parents of not just our team, but everybody that was affected by it. That should have never happened. Like we should have been able to sit down and talk. Like it's no reason we should be yelling at each other while a game going on. Like ain't none of that necessary. And so Cam has an organization. It's not just one team. He has an organization. So it's just been a lot of trash talk, from, hit more so his side, just out of nowhere, just talking crazy to us for no reason. It's like, it's not nothing new. Like I've been around bro for 5 years. So like this typical Cam Newton behavior.
But Steph, you was right there.
Yeah, so
you was listening to the whole thing. So you heard him and you walked up.
So Steph walk up there. And as I'm walking up with Steph, Cam is in Steph's face. I made y'all responsible for everything y'all do, whatever. Then he grabs Steph. Okay. So me being my little brother, and I'm walking up a flight of steps, and I see a 6'6" guy grabbing my brother.
And that's the footage that everybody sees.
That's what everybody's seeing.
Okay.
Like,
so that was the first altercation where everybody saw.
Nothing else
ever happened before
this.
Nothing else ever happened. Nobody's seeing like how he was talking crazy for the past 2 days. Like nobody's seen that. Like.
All right, Baba. So and shout out to my IG family. I see y'all are watching on IG. Somebody said play the footage. I played it twice, so you got to go back. You got to go back and watch it. Yeah, catch the replay. I already played the footage. But Baba, What were your thoughts about the footage when you saw it, about what these brothers are saying, you know, the reason for the altercation? What was going through your mind when you saw all of this stuff, Bob?
I'm gonna be honest, you know, and this, I was just amused. I mean, men fight, you know, we get into it, you know. So honestly, I was first amused that they couldn't get him down. I'm like, are they playing? Oh, he must have said, y'all can't tackle me. You know, and then everybody tried to tackle him. You know how the big dude, y'all can't tackle me. So I thought they was playing the game and y'all can't tackle me. That's what I thought I was looking at. And then it was like, no, they jumped Cam and that sort of thing. I'm like, hey, they really didn't jump him. They jumped at him. But I seen people get jumped. Cam didn't get jumped. You know, they wasn't able to jump it. But so I looked down, like, okay, you know, they're about to blow this up. You know, they're about, and here come the black people shamers. You know, see, this is why we can't get ahead of it. No, it's not. That's not why we can't get ahead as a people. Come on, see your black man turn another black. No, they didn't tear Cam Newton down. His bank account is still the same. You know what I'm saying? And then when I saw the response from the people, you know, from the coaches saying that, you know, I read a little bit. They all have been a part of Cam's youth football organization. At one time, that particular coach was a coach on Cam's team. He left and started his own team. They continued to compete. Cam is trash talking. Competitors talk trash. The brothers, you know, them beat Cam team by 3-4 times in a row. Cam probably hot. He's still talking, you know, talking the trash or whatever. And what strikes me about what they say is, see, children do this. My students do this, right? I apologize. This shouldn't have happened, but he was talking about me. You grown.
Come on, Baba.
You can't just be talking trash about people. Yes, you can talk trash about people. It's called the freedom of speech. We've fallen into this thing where it says, you know, if you talking, I have to respond. No, you don't. You really don't have to respond. In that situation, since you won the game, that's a teachable moment to teach your children. He mad, but we not going to respond. We're going to respond on the field, get on the bus, and go back to the house. Then he say, you know, my brother went up to him, and next thing I know, Cam grabbed him. Well, how close did your brother get?
Come on. Did your brother violate that brother's personal space?
How close did your brother get? You know, and so, you know, you just think, so you nullified your whole apology because you turned around and tried to justify the action. So your apology isn't sincere because now you want to convince us that you had a reason to get violent, right? You had a reason to take it across that threshold. If you're not trying to make it look like it was self-defense, but it looks to me like it was trash talk on both sides. Egos got overblown, and it turned into that situation. That's what it looked like to me. You know, and so that's my initial reaction. Of course, you know, somebody rich, you get in their face and they grab you, you gonna run and say they grabbed me first because it might be a bag at the end of that.
Come on, facts. Exactly. Exactly. And you made a good point. How close did he get to the point where I am grabbing you? How close did you get? When I saw it, like I said, Baba, earlier, I thought these were children. I looked, my cousin sent me the video late last night. Shout out to Truck Life Lou. He sent me the daggone video. And I was like, oh my gosh, these children, what are they doing? And he was just throwing them around like little rag dogs, just throwing them around. And I said, daggone, why? I said, what made these children start fighting Cam Newton? I know he's doing a lot in the community. Why would they? So I was thinking about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, look just how ungrateful folks are. You know, and I went there. Oh, this generation is just ungrateful. They're disrespectful. I went there. And then about 5 something in the morning, my cousin sent me the new video of the guys explaining that we were, he was talking trash. And in my mind, I was like, man, this is football, right? Like that's what guys do. Now I'm not in the guy world, but I've been around enough of them to know that I remember my father used to tell me, he said, baby, we talk a different language. I was about 15 or 16 years old and I was out with my father, and he said, I mean, Baba, he was just nasty to the guy, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah. From a female perspective, I'm like, Pops, like you were really nasty. He's like, nah, baby, that's how we talk. You know, that's how we talk. He understood. He understood what I was talking about. He said, we have our own language. He understood, baby. And that's when I realized that we as women may look and say, dang, God, that's harsh, man. Why are you talking to them like that? but you all communicate different.
Yeah.
Men communicate different with other men, and and you all can be, in my opinion, a bit brutal, a bit harsh when you all talk.
No holds barred.
Yeah, y'all do.
Especially when we competing. No holds barred.
Bob,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you ever watch, and I don't know how many sisters, and shout out to the sisters that do, just sit on the sideline and listen and watch. Go to a basketball, football game and just listen.
Yeah.
Men talk a lot of trash. Now, let me tell you about your boy Jalen Baba. Moved into a new neighborhood some years ago. Jalen goes down to the basketball court, right? And so the first time he goes down to the basketball court, he probably be mad that I'm telling you this story. First time he goes down to the basketball court, Jalen gets into a fight, right? And he comes home and he's like, yeah, you know, I got into a fight. And I was like, well, what, Jalen? Why? The guy was talking trash. And Jalen is not used to guys talking trash to him. He's not used to being around guys and they're talking trash. And this is before he started playing football and basketball. This is before then. So he had no idea of how it goes. So he's thinking, man, this guy wants to fight me. So he started fighting at the basketball court. We running down there trying to get him and running down the hill trying to get Jalen. But he wasn't used to that. And I said, baby, the man world is competitive. It's aggressive. And it's brutal. And I say, see, you're used to how I communicate with you, how the women in the family, how we communicate with you, right? You know, you're not used to being out there and somebody's calling you out your name or, man, you a sucker, you this, you that, man, you a scrub, you this. Yeah, you're not used to that. And so Jalen had to develop thick skin as he started navigating the man space, you know, and even he started playing football and football and basketball. And now he's okay. He understands that that's just what guys do. But initially he didn't know. So I was taken back by these guys. And I was wondering, I said, well, how were they raised? Right? Because I know it's some sisters in the chat, man. Why you got to bring up single mother and Dr. Maat? Why you got to bring up gentle parenting, Dr. Maat? I was wondering, how were these guys raised? You get what I'm saying, Baba?
Yeah.
Because when guys are raised around guys, when men are raised by other men, right? They tend to have thicker skin. And sisters, I know y'all are going to get mad with me, and I know you are going to get mad with me. But I've seen it. I've seen it in my classroom. I can tell a student who is surrounded by men, and it may not even be his dad. It may be his uncles or his brothers or his cousins or his granddad. But I can tell when young men have a man in their lives. They have thicker skin. They're not as sensitive. They're not as emotional. So I started wondering, Bob, I said, daggone, who raised these dudes? You know, that's what I was wondering. Did they have a dad, a granddad, an uncle in their lives to kind of let them know? Because typically, like you said, Bob, ain't nobody getting mad about dudes trash talking.
Nobody get mad about that. You know, you trash talk back. That's what you do. You just trash talk back. And if you come out your bag over it, then you lost already because you done came out your bag. You know, and I was laughing because just this morning, you know, I'm waking up the children. Uhuru, who's 11 now, you know, he's moving kind of slow. So I'm like, Uhuru, get up, man. Let's make it happen. It's got to go down. And he came down the stair. I'm like, get up. Let's make it happen. And here comes Nkoyo. Good morning, Uhuru. I love you. Good morning. I love you. She had to balance it out. She had to bring some balance into the thing. Now I'm like, he all right, you know, because he is all right, you know. And so you know, that male presence does lend, you know, we have to prepare our boys, right? We have to prepare ourselves for the harshness of this world. That don't mean we got to talk cruel to each other.
No, not at all.
The tone is different. When we're in a competitive situation, it can go there, but it's just kind of, I don't know if it matches today's social media society neither. You know what I'm saying? And where everybody has to respond and all this kind of stuff. And I just want to give a big criticism to Stephen A. Smith and call him a hypocrite on your platform.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? Because Stephen A. Smith went in and did a video about the altercation, and he went right to that's why rich black people don't help the hood. You're ungrateful. You see this, he comes back. This brother Cam comes back all the time, and it's always our folks. Then he did my least favorite thing. You don't see white people. You go to the white quarterback camps, you don't see this happen. White people fight too, y'all. Okay? And they kill at little league games. All right. So let's stop trying to turn this into some example of black inferiority. And Stephen A. Smith, you was just on YouTube 3 weeks ago calling another black man a fat B. over and over again. And you got a platform that my children might accidentally run into. And you had almost 1 million people watch you do that. So don't come on here and talk about us as Black people like you're superior to us. Like you one of the civilized Negroes. You want to him and Shannon Sharp talking about that's why we don't give back. That's see how we act on ESPN. No, that's why you got that job, because you hate Black people. And if you don't hate Black people, you don't know how to love Black people. That's your problem. You scared to give back. You don't give back because Black people are ungrateful. You don't give back because you scared your boss will be upset if you gave back. Let's go on and tell the truth. So stop trying to shame my community for every little thing and then use it as a cover up for you being a sellout. And I'm done with it. I just had to go and drop that. When I heard that video, you know, I don't call names on the internet. But when I heard,
you don't.
I don't. When I heard that response, I said, man, hold on. What we not gonna do is shame the whole Black race and then act like our inferiority is what you don't see other people. You know why you don't see other people do it? Because your ass wasn't invited. That's why you don't see it. The only white folks you see is the ones you see on TV. I can't stand Black people say, you don't see white people killing each other. How you watch Netflix crime documentaries? They kill each other all the time. We always want to give ourselves some kind of bad behavior that's just exclusive to us. I'm so tired of that shit. And then he goes on, and they go on national TV and do it. Oh my God, that's why people call you a coon. That's why stuff like that. Just an example, bruh. That I'm just saying. Okay, my bad.
No, Baba, no.
I had to get that off. I had to get that off my chest. Y'all want to call us a coon because we made it? No, we call you a coon because you get in front of the world and you talk shit about us. That's why we call you a coon.
Facts.
That's why. You say stuff. I remember when Sharp was on there with Skip. He loved to get in front. Skip, it's always us, Skip. No, Shannon, it's never always us. There is no crime that we commit that no one else does. None. You can't name one thing. But we love to say that. Y'all, that's Black inferiority complex. That's a Black inferiority complex. That's teaching our children white supremacy. They're better than us. You don't see them doing that. What are you saying? They're better than us. That's what you're saying. No, I disagree. We learn how to kill from them. They taught us how to shoot somebody if they come across your path. We learned that in America. That ain't a Black thing. That's an American thing. So chill out with all of that. And you was just on there 3 weeks ago, Common Fat B. And Shannon Sharp, you were just on the internet 2 weeks ago telling Mike Epps you gonna pull up.
He sure did. He sure did, Baba. He sure did.
You older than me using my kids' slang.
Yeah,
we too old. We don't pull up. We 50-something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Let's pull up. That's not our word. Get that back to the babies. That's not ours. You can be rich and childish too. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, facts, Baba.
Yeah.
Fire!
You can still walk up. Somebody pull up. Yeah.
Hey, Baba, I'm gonna change the title to Cam Newton gets jumped. Baba Amin goes in on Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp. Baba,
do better, man. Y'all got to do better. Stop shaming your community. Stop shaming your people on national TV. You ain't helping nobody. That didn't motivate no Black people. That made Black people feel less than. That separates. That divides us even more. Because now we riding down shame of looking at each other like, yeah, you the reason white people don't like us. So you the reason white people don't like us. You the reason racism here. Everybody trying to be the special Negro. All of us are the reason, okay? Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with that. You the reason. I can't.
But Baba, let me ask you a question. So what about people will throw out examples and say, all right, Baba, so you got this issue, you know, with we see what happened with Cam Newton, but then, you know, look what happened with Young Dolph. Look what happened with, you know, Nipsey Hussle in Baltimore, another rapper who came back. He was just recently murdered. So how would you explain that, Baba? Like what is the cause for those things? Because you do see celebrities coming back and then things happening. I mean, but things happen every day. I mean, let's be clear. So what would you say about that when people start naming multiple cases and say, well, what about Young Dolph? What about Nipsey Hussle? What about Cam Newton? What about that Baltimore rapper that came back? You know, and they come back and they get murdered in the very hood, you know, the very same community that they're trying to help. What are your thoughts on that, Bob?
Well, like Nipsey's situation, Dolph's situation is different in the sense that they both were already living in the part of our neighborhood, in the culture inside of our neighborhood where beef lies, where wars happen, where conflict happen, where there are rival street organizations, jealousy, it happens. You know, they're not living they're not Hebrew Israelites. They're not Nation of Islam people. The part of the community that they are part of engage in violent acts amongst one another for money, over women, over different things. So Nipsey, yes, he turned it around. He was building something positive, but he was still one foot in that life. He was still surrounded by people who minds had not evolved. That the situation was a young man that was getting X'd out of the set, got X'd out of the set, pride hurt, ego hurt, kicked out of some other politics behind the scenes, and came back and murdered him right there. You know what I'm saying? And so those situations are already volatile. My only, and that's something we have to deal with. That's something that we have to deal with as a people. We have to deal with as a culture, but it's not exclusive to us as a culture. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely something that we have to continue to deal with. You know, we live in a violent society. Poverty is violent. Being hungry is violent, right? Not having an education or being ostracized in school and pushed out, that's violent. Third party hearings are violent, right? So that's why I always, when people say we need to tell the youth to stop the violence, I always say first, let's stop the violence against the youth. Putting somebody in special ed that don't belong in there is violent. Telling the child that your mama on crack, that ain't no excuse for you not to get your work done. That's violent, because my mama being on crack is an excuse for me not to get my homework done. My father being in a penitentiary is a reason for me to be angry. And we tell our children, because I've witnessed it, that's a crutch, that your father in the pen, don't use no excuse, you're going to end up just like him. That's violent.
It is violence.
So we have to consider the violence that we perpetrate against our own children. There's an African proverb that says, children who are neglected by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. And that's what we're witnessing.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, Baba. So I hear what you're saying. And let me ask you a question, Baba. This is a great segue too into gentle parenting, because I'm looking at the chat. And shout out to Golded. I think that said Golded Capricorn said every group of people around the world have conflict. Baba is right. Bad behavior isn't exclusive to Black folks. And that's Golded Capricorn on IG. Peace to my folks who are watched on IG live. Baba, so let me ask you a question. And I've been talking about this, for the past couple of days on IG Live, gentle parenting.
Right.
I think, and I'm not saying those guys, I mean, those brothers look like they probably maybe in their 30s, who knows? Right. But, they see if they're about 30, they're probably a product of that gentle parenting too, Baba. And I, online, and I said this publicly, I think that gentle parenting has made a lot of folks soft, Baba. Because now it's about protecting your feelings, protecting your thoughts. You have to speak in a nice tone. You have to talk like this to people. Lord knows, if you talk like this, it's abrasive. If someone hears you talk like this, it's anger. If someone hears you talk like this, it's abrasive, it's aggressive, and it's, oh, wait a minute, And so this gentle parenting thing, man, I think that it is making people mentally and emotionally weak. That's just my opinion. And I was talking about, I gave the example, and I was talking about in, one of my classes, I got an email from someone, and it could have been a student, could have been a parent, who knows, but they said, you got to be nicer. You got to be nice. You got to be nice. You got to be nice. And I said, you got a professor that's helping students, helping students battle suicidal ideation. There was actually 2 students that I helped. They were trying to kill themselves, and they were trying. One was a cutter, Baba, and I helped get this particular student through that. So you got a professor that's helping students battle suicidal ideation, battling homelessness, cars getting impounded, getting the car out the pound, helping students put money towards their rent, giving them jobs where they're making anywhere from $50 to $70 an hour. They're doing research, cutting edge research. They're learning, they're utilizing the latest technology in class to learn. hell, that's nice, and well, just sometimes the way you talk, And I said, no, that's that gentle parenting stuff.
Right.
That's that gentle parenting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's created a generation of folks who are weak. They're weak and they crack. And so, Bob, I always say, I said, man, the boomers, did they get everything right? No, they didn't. Right. The boomers didn't get everything right. But I can tell you one thing, the boomers made us strong. Their approach to parenting made us strong, Baba. When I say the boomers, shout out to my 40s, 50s, you know what I mean, and early 60 babies. Them boomers, those boomers made us strong. And they were hard parents. Children were seen and not heard. Do as I say. You better do this. You better do that. And in our generation, shout out to the 70s, late 60s, 70s, and 80s babies, we came along and we were like, I didn't feel like I had a voice. I want to create a safe space for my children to express their ideas, and thoughts and feelings. I want my children to feel like they're heard. I want to communicate better. And we did that, Baba, and that was cool. But I think we needed more of a balance. We needed some of that boomer hardcore parenting along with, the parenting that we gave our children. Because it seemed like we went from one extreme to the next extreme. So now these children, people say they're fearless, and I'm like, not really. I mean, I think they're fearless when it comes to expressing themselves. Absolutely. Because we've created that space for them to do such. But when it comes to just being mentally and emotionally strong, they're not. And a matter of fact, I looked up some stats and it said that this generation has the highest rates of depression, the highest rates of suicide, the highest rate of suicidal attempts, and the highest rate of suicidal ideation. Right. So they fold easily. Something happened, they crack, because we've been so protective of them. Mentally and physically and emotionally. We've been so protective that now when they get out in the real world, they don't have coping strategies, And so I think that we need more of a balance. And I hope that parents will begin to make that shift. No, we don't have to be Teflon Don like the baby boomers, but we don't have to be cotton balls either, Baba. You know what I mean? We got to give them that balance. So, Baba, what are your thoughts on gentle parenting? Do you think that gentle parenting is causing a lot of folks, it's produced a lot of overly sensitive people? What are your thoughts on that, Baba?
I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I've seen how gentle parenting, you'll produce a child that's not afraid to say what they want to say, but they're not prepared for what's going to come back at all. Right. Because the gentle parent allows you space to express yourself. And then when you say, I hate you, I can't stand you, the gentle parent is kind of like, you know what? Let's pray. Let's just think, you know what? Let's just talk about this later. Or a lot of times gentle parenting becomes hands-off parenting. Right. And that hands-off parent, you're not listening to what they're listening to. You don't know what type of music they're listening to. You don't know what type of messages that they're receiving because you're respecting their space. You don't know if their belief system mirrors your belief system at all because you're respecting their space. You're not violating their space. You're allowing them to figure it out on their own. And then when you don't like the results, you're confused. I gave you everything. How could you be doing this to me? Well, in your midst of giving me everything, you gave me so much space that the world began to teach me things that you would never teach me. The world began to show me things, and the world don't think like you. And I want to, and the world looks flashier. The world is funny. The world got good music. The world got all this stuff that you don't have. So you don't know what you're talking about. And you won't stand on. I've even seen children become adults and turn around and look at their parents and say, if you'd have been harder on me, I wouldn't have turned out like this. I've seen that. I've seen parents who are too heavy-handed on their children, right? And then they produce a never try. They produce a young person who's afraid to do anything, afraid to take any chances. They end up underemployed or unemployed, or timid and won't express themselves at all. So you have to find that balance. And we had that balance within our culture already when we got here. We lost that balance when we wanted to assimilate and begin to integrate into the larger society. So when we used to go to the store and I'm like, Mama, can I get some M&M? And she'll pinch me real good right there. Why don't you and talk on the, don't you ask for another bag of M&M, and you do that quiet cry like that, and then you straighten up, you know. But then I look over there and little Timmy, Mom, I want some M&Ms. Timmy, I said we weren't going to get any. I hate you. Get it. Oh, Timmy, you know what I'm saying? And we saw those differences. Now we want to be that mom now. Some of us want to be that. Some of us want to be that. And we're starting to get that treatment in our community. We're not used to that. And it throws us off, because I've seen single mothers that try to do the gentle parenting thing, but then they get triggered.
What happened, Mama?
They'll get triggered. They be, look, I want you to, I respect your feelings. Now, Mama, all right, look here, you little motherfucker. This is what we going. And now you're confused. Now you got a fight on your hand because you haven't been laying the hammer down, but now you want to lay the hammer down after everything builds up. But once you let it build up, it's too late. Now you got this. Now you over punishing. They not taking you serious, and you got this back and forth going on, and it damages the relationship. Y'all, we got to put our families back together.
Come on,
we got to figure this thing out. You know, I thank God, my wife and I, we've been together 17 years, but we've also both been quote unquote single parents. You know what I'm saying? And there is a difference. It's great to have someone there that can balance things out. Right. And that's what that family unit is for. Mm-hmm. Those brothers look like, well, number one, I know that nobody teach them how to fight. Now, I don't know who raised them.
Oh, Baba, you could tell that they doing all this. Yeah, I was like, oh, no.
Ain't nobody teach them how to fight. Okay,
no, not at all, Baba.
You know, nobody teach them how to fight. You know, and then him explaining that they upset because Cam was talking noise. I made you and all that kind. Well, I mean, that's what the rich guys gonna say when your kids are beating them when you're showing that you're a better coach. The rich guy who funded it, he gonna talk no. Well, I funded the whole. Let him have that. He did fund the whole thing. Let him have that. You sure did. That's why my team whooping yours. Like, they had so much leverage in the noise talking area. They didn't use it. No, so now you up in his face. Now y'all in this altercation. And when I get dragged like that, I ain't doing no interview afterwards. These dudes is different. That's another thing that made me think that he wasn't raised by no man. Cause you get ragged on like that, you want the shit to die down. You gonna you know what I'm saying? Like y'all did not represent well at all, you know. But the gentle parenting, like I say, as a parent, man, there is no handbook, but you got to bring balance into your household one way or another. You know what I'm saying? You could be a single mother. You don't have to be you don't have to parent alone. The village should be parenting with you, with us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so lean on that village. Find strong men in your village that ain't on no sexual thing, mama. That's just sincere about working with young people. And I don't want that to get lost in the sauce, that these are men who are attempting to work with young people, but they need to know from a veteran, from working with young boys, you can't be them and reach them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to be a man if you're going to train a boy into manhood. And you don't have the luxury of trash talking across the parking lot, Cam Newton and them. You don't got the luxury of fighting. And you can't do that, because now you can't tell them not to do that.
Right.
So
that's real talk.
Yeah. You can't tell them not to do it.
Real talk. Brother Rashid said, Dr. Maat, do you think how society perceives black boys plays into the gentle attitude? Absolutely. I think so. Yeah, because like black boys don't get a chance just to be black boys, right? You know, they go out here, they're seen as a threat and they're treated as grown men. And so I do think that we tend to, you know, at least especially mothers, black mothers tend to coddle them a little bit more, because you like at home, that's my baby. Like that's your baby. You know what I mean? In the household. And yeah, you do coddle them a little more, because when they leave you, they don't get that. You know, when they step into the world, they're a threat, and they're perceived as a threat. They're a target, you know, and they're treated like grown men, you know. So
and it goes back to the plantation, right, Doc?
Yeah, I think absolutely that it does play into the gentle attitude. Absolutely. What are your thoughts, Baba?
Well, you know, black women have been protecting black men since we've been here. You all have been our number one protectors. You know, when we walk out that door, you were walking into a world that hates us. We're walking into a society that targets us, right? And so when you can't teach us how to deal with that society, or when you're powerless to change the society, you almost want to help us avoid it.
Yeah.
You almost want to help us to avoid life, to avoid hardships, to avoid challenges. And that's not how we're going to grow as a community. We have to face our challenges. We have to deal with our hardships. We have to raise warriors, right? But you can't raise a warrior if you're not at war. If you don't see it as something that we need to overcome. If you're just surviving, then you're going to raise your children to do what? Survive.
Survive, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, for those that are in our community that are that'll do anything, that'll sell drugs or organize a street organization, steal, that sort of thing. In their minds, they are out there fighting. They're out there, but they're doing whatever it takes. They're risking their life every day, even though it's harming other Black people, even though it's harming the community. When has the community at large showed gentleness to them?
Come on, that's true.
You know, when has the community at large really said, when it embraced them as boys and say, no, we're not going to lose you to the streets. Whatever we have to do, we're not going to lose you to the streets. When have they seen us down there at City Hall yelling at the school district, stop putting our babies in jail? Why are you giving millions of dollars to the juvenile detention center and $100,000 to the prevention programs? Why are you doing this? Stop doing it. Stop criminalizing. Are we fighting like that? Are we pulling? I would wish we need to be acting like that. We need to be jumping on some superintendents the way the dudes were jumping on Cam.
Right, Baba. Right, Baba. That's real.
Yeah, we have reasons to be unruly, but we're afraid to show that energy in areas where we need that energy. But guess what? Pressure busts pipes. It just comes. It's going to come out regardless. So it comes out in ignorant ways and in other ways, because many of us feel the only people we can fight is us without getting in major trouble.
That's facts. That's facts, Baba.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Those Black men, they got to be mad at how other communities are monopolizing and exploiting all that Black talent. All them Black boys you got on that football field, the ones that are good, the Nick Sabans and these white coaches of the world, they looking to get them boys and wear their knees out in college and send them right back to the neighborhood where you got them from. It's a whole system out there ready to exploit them boys, all of them. And that's where your anger really is aimed at, but you don't know how to fight that system that you're a part of.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Brother David Primo said the Black community, shout out to Brother David Primo, he's on IG. He said the Black community from 60 to 90 is not the same Black community it is today. This is why even the Black speakers are stuck. Kwame Ture prophesized it. So he's saying that it's a whole different ball game out there, Baba. That's what that brother David Primo is saying, that it's a whole nother ball game out there. Someone said, brother, Beautiful Mind, she says, nothing is better than a Black man. And so I say LT Broadway says selective outrage.
Absolutely selective outrage. Even the response to the video is selective outrage. That mess that Stephen A was talking about, that's all selective outrage. You understand what I'm saying? And fake outrage. At that, it's easy to be mad at Black people. It's easy to criticize. We love to talk. It just trips us out. The biggest Jedi mind trick to me is how we can say all these bad things about Black people and be Black at the same time and not think we're talking about ourselves. I ain't talking about, the rest of y'all be tripping. Now, if we tripping, guess what? You tripping too. If we violent, you violent too. You know, and so it is the selective outrage, right? And like I said, they have a whole system to fight if they want to fight. Fight the athletic systems in America. Fight the NCAA. Fight the NFL. Fight the AAU. You know what I'm saying? Why we don't run AAU basketball? AAU is run by people from outside our community, but we make up all of the talent in those leagues. Absolutely. Why do we keep letting people put our community in lottery situations where the only way you make it is if you one of the few, if you hit the lottery? We keep allowed to do, man, you might could play D1, right? So everybody will play D, and if you don't get to play D1, you're a failure. Oh, man, I thought you was going to go pro. No, man, I just wanted to be a pharmacist. I just use football to pay for my education. Why are we not putting that? And I know some great coaches out there, you know what I'm saying, especially out here in South Carolina, some great coaches, shout out to D. Wiley, that make sure that they're teaching the other side of sports, how to be a teammate, how to push yourself to the limits and go beyond, how to be a good sport and accept defeat graciously and brush yourself off and get up again. Those transferable skills that you need in life. That's what competition is for. It's not for trophies. It's not for championships. That's a horrible message. The championship is becoming a more disciplined person. That's the championship in sports. And we're losing that. We've lost that because of this lottery mentality. I might make it to the NFL. And then they get to the NFL with these overinflated egos, been gently parented all their life, because all you got to do to be spoiled in the black neighborhood is be fast and jump high. You've been coddled all your life. Now you got $1 million and you the easiest sucker to set up in the world because you leading with your ego. So here come a little white girl that's gonna make you marry you and then divorce you to get half, you get all your money, right? Here come the homeboy that you don't know how to say, I'm not really a gangster. Can you not be a gangster around me? You can't do that. You're not strong enough to do that. So now they doing ignorant stuff and messing with your money, right? Here come the owners and the agents and everybody getting something from you. Everybody. And you don't know how to defend yourself. And now you got 85% of black professional athletes go broke within 6 years of leaving the league. And that's because of the mental aspect of it, the character development aspect of it, the support system aspect of it that's not there. We think just getting the money is the success. Money is dangerous for a fool to have.
Come on, Baba.
Money in the hands of a fool is dangerous. He's a danger to himself. He's a danger to his community. Shout out to Cam for having the wherewithal, having a support system around him that says, look, give back to the community. Even if there's holes in his game, right, and how he's doing it, he has the wherewithal to go and try to do something with what he has. But it's not just about the money. The mental got to be there too.
That's right, Baba. Ashe.
The mentality has to be there, man. So shout out to all the brothers lifting up our boys. But if you lifting up our boys, make sure you putting the time in to lift up yourself. If you're a coach, you need to be reading something outside of the playbook. Don't forget about your own character development. All right. Speaking of, and I can say that because the Uhuru Academy has been around here since 2010, and there's a whole bunch of people I want to cuss out, but I can't do it because I got to face these children each and every day. There's a whole bunch of people. I used to make the parents laugh in the staff meeting. I used to make my homies laugh. And they be like, Bobby, you don't be fighting. I don't, but I be dreaming about slapping people. I do. I have whole dreams about walking up to somebody just jack slapping them. Yeah. But I can't do it, and I won't do it. If I got to sacrifice something, I'm going to sacrifice that for my community. And that's why the Uhuru Academy has been here for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? Fully supported by us, by our community. All right. We've never missed a day of class. Now we're an international program. Now we're training other communities to build their own African Center schools. And guess what, Dr. Maat? Just this past week, my hometown school district called me to ask me if I could come and teach their teachers to do what I do.
I'm not surprised, Baba. It happens when you're a master teacher. I'm not surprised. Brush your shoulder off, Baba. I'm not surprised.
And I'm Come on, saying, Baba. I'm saying, and what I'm saying to my other brothers that are out here working with the boys, you got to keep yourself together. You have to carry yourself in a way. You have to carry yourself with discipline. You have to be an example. Children do what we do. They do all of what we do and half of what we say.
Facts.
And that has to be your attitude. And that's why the Uhuru Academy is the institution that it is. We are revolutionizing education for Black children all over the world, kindergarten through 12th grade, the best online education experience for Black children on the globe. It is really a breathtaking experience. Y'all, we went virtual back in 2015. I still have children in my online program that were in my online program in 2015.
Beautiful.
Okay, when we went online, they went online. I want to give a special shout out to one of my juniors, Kanaya Muhammad. She is now officially Kanaya X Muhammad. She chose, and she's been with us since kindergarten. right? And of course, her family, they're in the Nation of Islam. And when they become of age, they get to choose whether or not they want to just continue to be Muslims or actually join the nation as a registered member and take on the task. At 16, she decided to join the nation.
Beautiful.
She studied, she earned her X, and she graduated at Savior's Day this past Sunday. And it's
beautiful.
Yes,
Congratulations
it's just
to
an
her.
honor. I just want to shout out to Naya X, a lifelong Uhuru Academy student who we're proud because that's one that's saying, you know what, not only am I committed to being an asset to my community, I'm about to get out here and fight for the liberation of my community. And that's a beautiful thing. We have to start highlighting the black children that are doing great things. All right. There are black youth that are doing powerful things every day. The Uhuru Academy, we're doing our part to help shape these young people. We're not making them great. They're already great. We're just tapping into the greatness that's already
inside of them. Ashe.
That's what the Uhuru Academy is all about. Get at me, holler at us. Yes, you can pull your baby out tomorrow on Wednesday and have them in the Uhuru Academy by Thursday. You really could. There's really a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can liberate your child. If you're already homeschooling, but you're sitting there like this, I'm sending these kids back. Don't send them back yet. Call me. I'll understand what you're going through. Call the Uhuru Academy. Let's work this thing out. Liberation through education. That's where it begins. That's if Cam would have went to the Uhuru Academy, he wouldn't been yelling at them boys talking about I made y'all, because that's not the character that we teach. If those coaches would have went to the Uhuru Academy, one or two things would have happened. Number one, they never would have fought Cam. And number two, if they would have, they'd have won because we teach self-defense. All right. So even if you think they was right, you better put your babies in the Uhuru Academy. So when they coach and a 6'7", 250-pound man start talking noise, they won't get ragdolled on the internet. All right. And so, yeah, I'm laughing,
absolutely.
but it is what it is. African-centered education built around our experience in the world. We do it unapologetically. We are raising global citizens, global leaders, but we can't do it without you. All right. So donate to the Uhuru Academy. $. Uhuru Academy is the Cash App, or you could become an Uhuru Academy patron at patreon.com/Uhuru Academy. Shout out to Arms Marketplace, our latest corporate sponsor, who's financing our new online learning platform that's going to be that we're going to be launching this year. We're working towards getting accredited trade and vocation degrees as a part of our program. Man, we ain't playing no games, Dr. Bob. And we rocking with conscious ingenuity.
I already know, Bob.
And we partner with conscious ingenuity. You want STEM education? Okay, we ain't got nothing but a black engineer factory partnering with us. You know what I'm saying? we just partner with somebody who creates black engineers. Well, okay, all right. So now look, y'all, this charm is only gonna take me so far. Y'all gonna have to come on and help me pay these people so we keep them around. All right, because my good looks and my charm is only gonna get us so far. All right, it's got us 14 years. Well, my wife is fine, so it's probably her looks and my charm. But we made it 14 years. We're gonna be here for 100 more years, and we love what we do.
Absolutely, Baba. So family, make sure that you get your child enrolled. I always say, get them out the food system, get them out the public food system, get them out those indoctrination camps, get them into the Uhuru Academy, right, where they receive education. In the public food system, they receive indoctrination. They're being indoctrinated, right? They're becoming more and more Eurocentric in their views and their values. That's what they get. And I'm not saying that you don't get nothing out of public school education. I'm not saying that, right? But why not put your child into an environment that is centered around us, our history, our culture, our psychology, our interests, right? And our liberation and sovereignty, right? Why not do that, for your child, And so anyway, it's just a totally different educational experience altogether. I promise you. So family, you won't be disappointed. Just visit uhuruacademy.com. Okay. And if you didn't see it, when I showed the website, make sure that you go to the description underneath this video. All of the descriptions underneath my video, you see uhuruacademy.com. So you can go to any of my videos and you'll see #1 online Black educational institution for children, uhuruacademy.com. So make sure that if you didn't catch the link while you're watching this video and you don't feel like rewinding it, just after the video, go to the description and you'll see a link to Baba's school. All right. So family, make sure that you get your children enrolled. And also family, this summer, get your child enrolled in the UACI Summer STEM Camp. All right. Baba and I, we're getting ready to open registration up. I know y'all saying, wait a minute, it's March. We want to make sure you're getting your ducks in order, right? You're getting your money up to make sure that your children are enrolled in the UACI. We are only taking 30 students. 30 students. That's it. So once that closes, it's over. Okay. So we will be opening up registration. Probably, Bobby, what do you think? The end of March, early April registration?
Between mid-March and late March. We're going to get on that. So I would say late March. Definitely
okay,
late March.
So late March, family. Be on the lookout for that. And you can go right to uhuruacademy.com. There's a tab right here that says UA online. And the STEM program is right there. UACI STEM program is right there on the Uhuru Academy. So make sure you visit the website, check in. So when the registration opens up, you can fill out the form and make sure that your child, you can secure a spot for your child. Baba, do you have any closing words for the listening audience?
Well, first, I want to thank the Creator and the ancestors just for being here. I've had a great time. And then I want to thank you, Dr. Maat, for everything that you do for our community, for our people. I love your family. I want to thank your family for you, and please, they've done such a great job with you, and you all are doing such a great job with your children. Just thank you for everything that you do. As far as Black people, I'm going to say, man, keep your head up. All right, keep your head up. Don't let these jokers that got a little piece of change or whatever shame you. If you're a working class Black man, if you're a working class Black woman, and you get up every day and do what you can to take care of your family and take care of yourself, you keep your head up and your chest out, because you the real MVP. Don't let these people call you broke. Tell them I might be broke, but you broken.
Ooh,
that's what you tell them. All right, because you're not broken. You know what I'm saying? And so don't do it, and don't pass that attitude on to our children. The working class Black man and working class Black woman is so disrespected in this country. And we spend so much time trying to pretend like we're not that we miss out on the pride that goes along with being that. Shout out to Cam for giving back to the community, but shout out to the brother that drive a truck and still take time out to go coach, or the brother who works a custodian job, but he still takes time out to go coach and does not get paid, and is there for the students every month and putting equipment in the trunk of his car that need a new radiator and all that kind of stuff. Those are the shout out to them brothers and those sisters who are doing the same thing that don't get any run. Don't nobody want to make a TV show about you. They don't want to make a movie about you. They don't want to highlight you. But the working class Black man and working class Black woman is still holding this thing together. And I don't want anybody, any of us, walking around with our head down, feeling like we ashamed. Because those who are up top, they can't be there without you. And as soon as you stop liking them and supporting them, they masters is going to kick them to the curb.
Facts. Facts, Baba. Goodness gracious, Baba, you was on fire tonight. Well, Baba, I want to say to you, thank you for all that you do. Baba, I was talking about two people that I hold in very high regard. I'm talking about the more than two people, but I was actually highlighting these two people. And it was you and Baba Imhotep, the both of you. And I was talking about you all, and I said, these brothers, they walk it how they talk it. And I mean, when I say walk it how they talk it, you all really walk it how you talk it. You talk about being a father, a husband, an institution builder, a community activist, a man of good character. And Baba, you're all of those things. And I mean, Baba, I've seen this consistently. You know, like when you meet somebody and the first year is like, oh, okay. The second year, oh, okay. And then you keep getting to know the person who you show up as. You've always been. You are authentic in who you are, and you walk it how you talk it. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the time, the energy, your time, your energy, your wisdom. You're a very busy man. You could be anywhere. You have a whole family, wife, community, school, people pulling you, come over here, train my teachers, do this, write the curriculum for this. You could have been anywhere tonight. But when I called you, said, Baba, can you help me unpack this topic? You took an hour out of your time to be here with me. And I don't take that lightly. And so I thank you for your time, your energy, your wisdom. Baba, I thank you for all that you have done and all that you are doing for our people, especially our babies. You work with our babies. You work with our babies all year. You don't take a break. It's the academic year. Then you're with them throughout the summer, Baba. Yes, and this has been years. And I had a conversation with Brother Unc about you. And he's like, yeah, I remember when they started that up in Texas.
Yeah.
So you've been consistent, Baba, for decades. Yes. Come on, Baba. Yes, and so, I salute you. I thank you. And I honor you, Baba, for who you are and what you have contributed and what you are contributing to our community. Family, right now, take a moment out to thumb up this video. Thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up. Also share this video. Sharing is caring. We want each one teach one. And the way we can do that in the 21st century is simply sharing it. So if you're on Facebook, post the link. If you're on Twitter, tweet the link. If you're on IG, share the live, DM the live, right? Go in your story, put the link there. Let them know that Baba and Doc was live. All right. And let's get this word out. Family, also, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, I'm glad that you're watching me on these platforms or you're watching us on these platforms. But make sure, family, that you head on over to Dr. Oya Edward, my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that whenever I go live, you're notified. And head on over to the Uhuru Academy YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that whenever Baba goes live, you receive a notification, family. Okay? All right, family. Join me back here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. Baba, I'm giving out the Tap Dancer of the Week award. It's going to be a nice tap. You know how Charlemagne the God has the donkey of the day? Yeah. I got Tap Dancers of the Week, and I got 2 of them. I'm giving them out. I'm giving out the award on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I can't miss that.
Bob, it's going to be funny. It's a Tap Dance Award. I'm giving it out to two black politicians. They're going to get it this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, family, make sure that you pull up, in the words of the young folks. Pull up. That's what Baba said earlier. They using you taking their words.
Yeah, give me words,
make sure, family, that you pull up on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Baba, thank you so much. Abibi Fahodie, Asante Sana, for your time.
Karibu.
Oh, well, what's coming to you, Tom? The world, Chico. And everything in it.
Where's the black man's government? Where is his king and his kingdom? Where is his president, his country, and his ambassador, his army? I'm protected by the ancestors. Voodoo runs in my bloodline. Don't tell me nothing about the damn devil. Yeah, cool, got you fearing you. No religion, but I'm spiritual. The man used it as propaganda to divide us all. I'm just giving truth. The earth in fear with the black man. The earth in love with the black man. Even down to fashion. They take the culture, then cash in. What you know about Gary Morgan? What you know about Richard Spikes? Your luxury car wouldn't have a shift. Your intersection wouldn't have a light. All praise to the black woman. See, without her, you wouldn't have a life. Have respect. Find yourself disrespecting her. Then we at your neck. You don't want us in America, then return back what we did for her. You would have nothing on this blood soil. You all spoiled. Matter of fact, we would say before you. Your history books full of falsehood. You can't educate us. We know you dropped crack in the hood. The blow families up, it didn't detonate us. As you can see, it didn't separate us. All it really did was elevate us. You can't kill the original people of the earth. Is you fucking crazy? I am a God in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin. A beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say black is black gorgeous. Black is black flawless. Black is black power. I am a God in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin. A beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say black is black gorgeous. Black is black flawless. Black is black power. I'm Nat Turner with the smoking gun. Change the comb when the sermon stop. The pastor telling me to keep praying. Life telling me to buy a Glock. The news tells us it's our fault. When we shot down by the cops, we witnessing a modern day lynching. No ropes when they tie the knot. Look at you trying to buy a watch. Look at them from the buy your block, then put you out. Start bucks on your corner, that's how they push you out, then raise the price. Grandma lived there for years, every day of life. Now she forced to undersell. The system built for you to stay confined. I am a god in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin, a beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say, black is black gorgeous, black is black flawless, black is black power. I am a god in the flesh. I got the blood of a slave. Look at the black on my skin, a beautiful color of shade. Don't be discouraged to say, black is black gorgeous, black is black flawless, black is black power.